today. From Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Ray McCloud to return. And he returns this to the 22. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 18 yards the gain for number 18. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. Now Roethlisberger. Ebron with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. But look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 16 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
Roethlisberger with a pass complete to Claypool. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Quick completion here to Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll run. Here's Harris. Oh, look at the juke. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A good running there by Jacobs on 1st down as he's able to take this forward for a gain of 6. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 61 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On 4th down, A.J. Cole. So this punt sails out of bounds right at So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame.
Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 17, Carr. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mike Tomlin has reached for that red challenge flag. And so Mike Tomlin correct in his assessment to throw the flag there. Now Carr. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there. Bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, this is a well-orchestrated drive they've put together. You think back to how far they were backed up to start things out, but they've gone on a march since then. And now after that completion there, they've got...
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Broken tackle. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. 54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line. This one to about the 20-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers have taken the lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past midfield, still going. And he will score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Room here to run. And now the rookie's free. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 25-yard line. And runs like that makes it pretty easy to see why folks around here like this guy so much, Charles.
It didn't take any fancy scouting to realize this guy could play, has speed, explosiveness, the whole deal, and he's showing exactly why they went and got him.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The throw over the middle, taken in, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17.
2020 was a strong draft for receivers, and the Steelers got an excellent one in the second round in Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame. 11 total touchdowns last year. Among rookies, only Jonathan Taylor of the Colts had more. A strong catch there.
incomplete. Najee Harris, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Carr now on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And just a yard to go here on second down. Carr now to throw. He completes it to Snead. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And Willie Snead had some of his best numbers early in his career with Drew Brees in New Orleans. Spent the last 3 years in Baltimore, a dependable receiver.
Touchdown, Raiders! It's complete. Darren Waller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can't.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 49 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They run again with Harris, and he'll get this one up to the 26.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2nd down and 8. Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger. And this is caught off a deflection. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, now Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark. They go with Jacobs. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a first down throw complete downfield, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this one's incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will get the lead up to 14. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 132 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, it's called a hat trick and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
If I'm his teammates, I'm buying a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt is minimum, filet at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He's
true.
filet, time.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Ebron caught left side. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Ben to throw again. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And just shutting him off there. And they move this all the way down to the 9. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was the rookie, Najee Harris, who finished it off with a touchdown run. On the return comes Drake. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why?
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you get an elite running back like he is, sometimes you've got to employ the by any means necessary method to get him down.
Yeah, sometimes you're relieved even if a flag comes out. But if you just get the hand up and you get it on the mask, you can kind of get away with that. But as soon as you curl it around the finger or the hand, that's pretty easy for everyone to see, and they'll call that one every time.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Throwing his Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Oh, now Miller slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. they can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win. And
with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 7, a little under a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Roethlisberger. Pass complete to Ebron. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Ben gonna throw. Pass complete to Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, it would have been fourth down.
Exactly.
And it's incomplete. Now there is 1 second remaining. So they'll have time here for one more play. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.